Now, as we look to phase out petrol and diesel cars, could hydrogen be emerging as a viable alternative? Well, they work in a similar way to electric cars, but instead of batteries, hydrogen fuel cells provide the source of electricity, and they can be refilled in under 3 minutes.
But experts at the University of Derby say that difficulties in finding a sustainable way of producing them might be why they're not more popular. Nick Smith tells us more.
Motor manufacturing is in an electrical revolution, phasing out building petrol and diesel cars by 2035. But some still question if purely battery power will totally dominate the road vehicle market. The likes of Toyota, Honda and BMW are still looking at the viability of hydrogen power, with a handful of models available to buy. The University of Derby has a zero-carbon research centre. Professors here say one of the issues with hydrogen cars is finding a way to produce the fuel in a sustainable way.
If it's formed by steam methane reforming, which most of it is, or even fossil fuels, then it's still a problem because it's not a zero-carbon hydrogen solution. So it's still a concern, yes, unless you're using renewable energy, which at the moment we don't really have any renewable energy hydrogen production.
Actually tracking down a drivable hydrogen car is tricky business, but I've managed to find one as an exhibition at a motoring museum near Belper in Derbyshire. The owner tells me he's acquired one as a novelty due to their rarity.
The hydrogen fuel cell is providing the electricity, which then is sent to the electric motor. So yes, I mean it is, essentially a different way of providing electricity.
Just far quicker to charge it up, as it were.
Yeah, much quicker. I think hydrogen might just spring a surprise. We're so committed to this electric thing, which has a number of fairly fundamental faults in my view. So I think it's great that there is an alternative that the biggest car manufacturer in the world is exploring pretty aggressively.
But there are drawbacks. Producing green hydrogen for fuel cells requires a huge amount of electricity, which may explain why there are only 6 commercial filling stations in the UK at present. Ginny Buckley is a motoring journalist and believes hydrogen power may still find its niche among vehicles which require a lot of power or cover very long distances.
If you look at the mix of car sales at the moment and the new car models coming onto the market, there is no doubt that the focus is very much on electric. The thing that I would say though is that I wouldn't rule hydrogen out yet. I think it's got a really important part to play, particularly with heavy goods vehicles, larger vehicles, perhaps larger SUVs, in places in the world where actually hydrogen is easy to produce. We know a number of manufacturers that are doing that at the moment.
Petrol heads and movie fans alike might be familiar with this car as one which can take you back to the future. And maybe hydrogen-powered cars are on a similar journey. Rather than just being something consigned to museums and exhibits, it could still find its place as a viable fuel source in the future of motoring. Nick Smith, ITV.